So I host the Portland Poetry Slam, and one of the things I love about it is that it's this great youth movement, and there's all these wonderful young poets, but they also piss me the fuck off because they're a bunch of young poets that think that they're, beautiful, young, precious snowflakes. So I wrote this poem for them. To the teenagers of Portland, Oregon, Denver, Colorado, New York, and Phoenix, Arizona, there is a good chance that I've smoked marijuana with your librarian and or your mother. We smoked it out of a dented Diet Coke can and then chased that shit with whiskey from our purse behind a bar we would later use fake IDs to get into. Later that evening, we made out. Our tongues like drunken snakes fucking. We regretted that shit instantly. You see, kid, you did not invent young and stupid. In fact, you're not particularly all that good at it. Your history teacher can tell when you're high during his lecture on Guantanamo Bay. He just doesn't fucking care. He also thinks you're a rookie. He sees you're dodging eye contact and your giggles and remembers the time that he snorted cocaine off a stripper's hip bone in Tijuana and still made it back in time for midterms. You see, your bus driver knows what handcuffs feel like, cold and hard, at 2 a.m. You see, kid, you forget that your parents actually had to fuck to make you. Before they got the jobs, they swore that they were never gonna get. And before they got the houses, they swore that they were never gonna own. And before they had the children, they swore that they were never going to have. See, kid, you forget there was a time before your parents realized that all their choices did not have to be made by a teenager. A stoned teenager. When I was 17, I saw Mr. Oliver, my biology teacher, in the pit at a Bad Brain show. He was shirtless and he was 90% prison tats and badass attitude and sweat. I remember being in awe of the motherfucker. It was the most punk rock thing I'd ever seen in my life. I stood there in awe until he cracked me in the jaw with an elbow made out of steel and go fuck yourself. As I fell out of the pit, I was brushing the blood off my lip and he caught me, looked straight in the eye and said, "Bradley, don't pay attention to what's happened to you now. Don't worry about the blood. You'll make more. I haven't even played Reignition yet. Pay attention. The best part of the show is coming up."